Yes, it's still hot outside, but I thought today would be a good day to talk about the fall 2024 fashion trends, so buckle up. Hello, welcome to today's video at Dress for My Day. My name is Kay and I'm so glad that you joined me. Here at Dress for My Day, I focus on mostly women over 50, but I know I have some viewers who are younger than 52 and you are so welcome here. I simply hope to inspire and encourage women to continue to get dressed for your day so that you can show up beautifully, authentically, a little stylishly, and a little modern so that you can engage with the world around you. Your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your community, they need you to show up and contribute. And so let's keep doing that. Today we're going to talk about those fall fashion trends because they are one of the ways that we can continue to look modern. So tell me, do you enjoy following the fashion trends, or are you more of a classics gal? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, whether you're watching live with me during this first ever premiere or you've come along later. I'd love to know if you follow the fashion trends or if you really just stay in your lane and do the classics. Either way is perfectly fine because you know trends come and go, but good style, it's forever. And you can certainly develop good style and have a classic aesthetic all the way. However, that said, I do think that rather than trying to look younger than we really are, it is smart to know what's current, to know what is having a moment right now so that we can look relevant and modern. And when you look modern, you actually look more youthful and more vibrant without looking foolish or childish. So let's get going on some of the trends that we're going to be seeing for 2024 for fall and into the winter of 2025. And I'm focusing on those trends that I think will be most wearable for women over 50. The first trend, oh my goodness, it's back, ladies. It's leopard print. You know, when I first started blogging at my blog, dressformyday.com in 2018, leopard was all the rage, and it just grew in popularity for the next I'd say 2 or 3 years. And then it kind of took a break. Now this is a classic print, and it really reads like a neutral. So it is so beautiful and so rich. I think one of the reasons that leopard print is trending again is because one of the broader trends that we're continuing to see this year is quiet elegance. You know, it's kind of like that old money look, just like that she's got a lot of money, even if she doesn't. But she's not showing it. She's not being flashy. And that aesthetic is just really continuing this year. So just kind of like that stately, classy elegance, that pared back look, you know, just think like sweater and a trousers and, you know, just really classy. And so prints like leopard print that are really just a classic really lend themselves to that aesthetic. So yes, we're going to see a lot of leopard print again, and I'm here for it. Are you? Let me know in the comments if you love to wear some leopard print, or if you don't, let me know if you still have some from the past, or if you're going to have to buy some new leopard print if you're going to participate. I think this is kind of a good time to buy leopard print in things like shoes or a handbag, but also you could do pants or a dress, a jacket. There's just so many ways you could do it. Now here's one difference that we're seeing. You know, as leopard print grew in popularity over the few, 3 or 4 years that it trended earlier, it got a little silly. We were seeing like really kind of cartoonish looking leopard print iterations, and that's not what we're seeing right now. In fact, what we're seeing really is that quiet, elegant leopard print. So think authentic leopard print. And really when I say leopard print, I think we probably mean cat print. So any kind of a leopard, cheetah, whatever, cat print is really on trend, and we're going to see a real authentic look to it though. So kind of keep that in mind as you maybe build your collection of leopard. The next trend for 2024 that I'm so excited about is the year of the trouser. Yes, I've been saying it, I've been preaching it for a number of months now, but it really is the year of the trouser. We've seen a lot of trousers in the spring and into the summer. I've bought some, have you? And I love wearing them. The trousers that are trending tend to be the full length, high rise, sometimes a kind of a relaxed and fuller fit and leg, snug or fitted, I'd say fitted but relaxed in the torso, like in the trunk, but then as they fall from your derriere, they are a fuller but straight or wide leg. Sometimes you'll see pleats at the front, other times you'll see a flat front. And at this point, I've noticed that brands are getting smarter about it. So like I started seeing these trousers last fall, but a lot of the pleats looked clunky and really full and kind of made us look fuller than we want to look. But now I see several of those brands are kind of really, they've figured it out a little bit more. They've worked at it. For instance, last year I wore these Harlow wide leg trousers from Madewell, and I loved them so much. I think I got 3 pair. I just loved them so much. But this year they have them out again, but they have revised them. Their words say they have, reworked the pleats in the front so they're a little bit more minimal, but still impactful, and they've taken away the little button tabs at the front. They've really pared them back so nicely. We're gonna see a lot of trousers like this, a little bit dressier, maybe in wool or a wool blend, to cotton like these from Madewell. And I'll be showing you how to wear them. I love wearing trousers, but one of the most popular ways to wear your trousers, this is really, I guess, another trend for 2024 and 2025, and that is with sneakers. So sneakers continue to trend, and this year, as in the last year or so, one of the trends is this field sneaker, or like a soccer inspired sneaker. We're seeing a lot of those. More of a simple lines, I'm thinking now. We're not seeing quite as many of the big, bulky. We're still seeing those kind of the dad sneaker kind of look is definitely still there. You have them in your closet, go ahead and wear them. I definitely will. But it's also just kind of a more pared back, a little bit more subtle look to our sneakers. And maybe that is because we are wearing them with trousers now. So let me know in the comments below if you are here for Team Trouser or if you'll be sitting that one out. And will you, in fact, dare to wear your sneakers with them? I will. In fact, I am right now. I love sneakers with trousers, so let me know if you'll be doing that too. The next trend, just like the last, is wide leg jeans. And yes, I think for a while there we were thinking that jeans were going to kind of take a turn this year. But honestly, what I'm seeing in the stores, what I'm seeing over and over in magazines and things I'm looking at on the internet continue to be wide leg jeans. And like the trousers I just described, many of them are a high rise. They often fit nicely in the bodice, and then they are more of a relaxed or straight leg, and sometimes they are wider. So you are seeing the really wide ones, the exaggerated wide leg, I guess you'd say. But I think for most of us ladies over 50, we're probably going to prefer the wide leg that kind of hangs straight though. It has a straight leg, but it's just wide, it's relaxed, it's away from the leg. I find these to be really comfortable and really beautiful. I do think that the trick to this is to get a pair that fits you really, really well in the waist and in the hips and the rear and everything. You don't want them tight. You certainly, because that just looks off, right, with a relaxed leg and then that tightness, if you got any wrinkles or anything there along the waistline or there at the crotch, you don't want that. But you do want them to fit you nice and snug. So I tell you what, some of the places, some of the brands that really do these well are brands like Mother and Paige and Rag & Bone. Those are going to be some great AG, those do some great wide leg or full leg jeans, but you're also going to find some really good ones at Madewell. They do jeans great, and also places like J. Crew and Loft. So you're going to find lots of places to check out really good jeans this year. And next week happens to be Denim Week here at Dress for My Day. So hang with me and we'll talk all things denim next week. The next trend for 2024 is cropped length jackets. Now, this is going to be really great news for the petites in our audience here, because cropped length anything tends to look so good on you. It just really fits for your proportions, usually, depending on your personal proportions. If you're long-waisted, maybe not, I don't know. But if you are kind of even proportioned or even short-waisted with long legs, these cropped length jackets are going to look so great on you. And they do for other women too, not just petites, but I think a petite frame, it's like, this is your year, yay, for cropped length jackets. And of course you can find them in petite sizes also, and so that really makes them fit spot on. But we're seeing cropped length jackets in every iteration, things from denim jackets to moto jackets, bomber jackets to club jackets, even military inspired jackets and utility jackets, even trench coats. So just anything but cropped length. And so that's just gonna look so great. One of the reasons I think this is a trend this year is because, going back to those last two, you know, the wide leg, full length trousers and or jeans, those cropped length jackets just look really great. And so what we're seeing too is most of those are kind of close fitting a lot of times. Every once in a while you'll see one that stands out from the body, but most of the time they are kind of a close fitting jacket. Oh, and those lady jackets, they continue to trend in that cropped length iteration also. So hey, will you be trying the cropped length? I have to tell you, for me, this is one that I'm not personally probably going to participate in. I kind of think at 5'8", I feel like I look better with a little length in my jacket. But let me know what you think about the cropped length jacket trend. Now you may notice that some of these things really are just classics, right? I mean, jackets are classics, jeans are classics, leopard print is definitely a classic, but a lot of time that's the fun of a trend. What it really is a classic that's having a moment, like it's moved to the front of the classroom, so to speak, and it's getting all the attention, and we're here for it. The next trend is like that, and that is simply skirts. It is also the year of the skirt. You know, skirts have always been around. You can always wear them. And that's one of the things I like about some of these trends that I specifically have chosen for us today, is that they are classic items, so you can invest in these trends and know that they're not going to go out of style unless you get something, you know, kind of really drastic, like the super wide leg jeans or the really cropped jacket or whatever. But if you just kind of invest in something that fits your personal style aesthetic, that maybe is a little classic, then you're going to be able to keep these things in your closets for years. And so yes, you can pull out the skirts that are already in your closet, or maybe purchase a few new ones. We're going to see accordion pleated skirts really big again this year. I'm so glad, because I have several that I love. We're seeing a lot of button front A-line skirts. We are seeing, I think as we get into fall and winter, we're going to see corduroy skirts and wool skirts and maybe even velvet. We're just going to see so many, and I think once again it goes, you know, everything kind of goes hand in hand. So you have those cropped length jackets look really nice with skirts. You think about it, a lot of time a longer jacket, everything just kind of gets bunchy at the waist or the hips, but with a skirt, a cropped length jacket is going to work really nicely. So let me know, do you love to wear skirts, and how do you like to wear them? What's your favorite fabric for a skirt? The next trend is one I am so in for, and that is Cognac Accessories. Now this year we are also actually seeing a lot of really deep and chocolate brown, and so definitely add that into if you love deep chocolate brown, mahogany for instance. But if you've invested in some Cognac accessories, maybe a handbag, a belt, or different styles of footwear, you are going to enjoy wearing them again this year. They look so beautiful with those full-length jeans, full-length trousers. They're going to look great as belts with those things, and also with your skirts. So we're really going to enjoy those pops of rich leather in our outfits. And I think once again that goes back to that whole quiet elegance theme, and it just really lends itself to that, because cognac, once again, cognac leather really is a classic tone of leather, and it's really having a moment right now. Another trend that we've been seeing since, I guess, probably really in the early spring, we started seeing a lot of it, and it's going to continue into fall, is a loose weave crochet. I guess, or maybe knit, I don't know. I think it's crochet, I think is how you would probably really identify this. But anyhow, it's a very loose weave. So back in the spring, I bought a couple of sweaters that were loose weave, but I'm showing you some here that I'm seeing in the stores. By the way, everything I'm showing you in the visuals are, of course, not pictures that I've taken for the most part. They are pictures from websites where you shop, you know, the places that we love to shop. And I'm finding as much as I can available. There will be so much more, of course, but most of these stores are starting to get their early fall line in. And so these are some of the things we're seeing, some of the illustrations of this loose weave, a loose crochet look in our sweaters, and probably even eventually in dresses and skirts as well. The next trend we're going to continue to see in 2024 for fall and winter is metallics. Again, I'm all for it. I love a splash of metallics somewhere in your outfit. Specifically, I love metallic shoes like gold or silver shoes. Now, and that's mainly what I'm seeing. They're really saying that silver continues to trend, but I continue to see plenty of gold too. So if you are more of a gold wearer, then there's plenty for you. And we're not seeing too much yet of things like bronze or, you know, those sorts of colors, that burnished metal color, gunmetal. I'm not seeing a lot of that, but that's eventually what usually follows silver and gold trending. So we'll see if that happens next year. But if you want to, you know, participate in this trend, some pretty silver or gold loafers would be a great purchase, maybe a metallic belt. Of course, also a metallic handbag or shoulder bag in silver or gold would also be really on trend. Generally, I like to try to keep my metals kind of the same in my outfit. So maybe whether that's the snaps on my jacket, the handbag I carry, the shoes I'm wearing, the belt, and my jewelry, I like for them to all be either silver or gold. But let's say, for instance, you want to participate in the silver shoe trend, but you mostly wear gold jewelry, then what you're going to want to do there is just maybe have one pair of earrings that is both silver and gold. You wear those earrings, you wear your gold necklaces, you wear those silver shoes. Hey, you're looking good. The next trend for 2024 fall that we're going to continue to see from the spring are those button-up vests. And you know what? It's so funny because they began to talk about vests like 2 years ago, and I remember mentioning them here, and then crickets. I didn't see any. And that's how it goes a lot of times with trends, you know, from Fall Fashion Week. They show one thing on the runway, then that year we don't really see a whole lot of it, and then, you know, a couple of years later we see lots of it. And that's kind of where we're at with the vests now, is that they really are so on trend, and we're seeing them in the stores. I think every store that you could possibly shop has probably several options for button-up vest, like a suit vest. You can wear them alone right now, as we've been doing during the summer, and then later, most of them, if they fit you nicely around the arms, you should be able to wear with a t-shirt or maybe even a button-up shirt or something like that. So it's a really fun trend. You can wear those once again with those wide leg trousers and wide leg jeans, and maybe even some of your skirts, like your denim skirt would really look nice with a button-up vest. So let me know, will you be wearing, do you already have some button-up vests that you'll be wearing into the fall? Another trend that continues into the fall, and I think probably most of us are excited about, is stripes. And when we're talking about stripes here that are really on trend, I would say we're talking about the kind of a Breton type stripe that you know, is like famous with like sailors and things like that. So often it's a stripe that's like not striped up around the shoulders, and the stripes begin right above the bust, and then they continue into the sweater. But that's not always the case. We're seeing all sorts of possibilities there, but just those single colored, nice big bold stripes really have a clean aesthetic to them. And I think once again, it kind of goes back to that old money or that quiet elegance, as well as preppy is kind of really still having a moment too, and so that's also got a little preppy vibe. And then that whole coastal and nautical look is still really on trend, and so that lends itself to that also. I think a way to really make this more of a fall look is to stay away from the nautical look a little bit and lean more towards the quiet elegance. Maybe look for things with a black stripe or that deep chocolate brown stripe. I haven't really mentioned trending colors here, but at my blog at dressformyday.com, I've already published a blog post with the trending colors for fall 2024. So be sure to check that out. I'll link it up here and also down below in the description notes. And there you're going to find some of the trending colors, really the ones that I think are most wearable, once again for women over 50, and the ones that I'm actually seeing in the stores, not just the ones that Pantone predicted. So check that out. But that said, one of the biggest trends is a color trend, but it's not like necessarily big to wear it, although, I don't know, maybe it is. Okay, it's red. Yes, red is so on trend, and what we're really seeing are deep pigmented reds. Like think of a ruby red, a garnet red, a deep, deep burgundy or merlot. So really that really rich red, I think, is what we're going to see a lot of this fall. But another thing, besides just wearing it head to toe or wearing it in a pretty blouse or a dress, is to add just a pop of red to your outfit. And thus, red shoes, red handbags, red belts, red baseball caps, bright red lipstick, red nails are just going to be so on trend for fall. And speaking of color, I will go ahead and tell you one more color that I just think is so fun for this fall, and that is this pretty blush pink. So it's not like a real true pink. It does more like a softer pink, kind of a muted pink, almost a mauve, I guess, but not quite as purpley. So just a really soft pink, and I'm seeing it so much already in several of our favorite stores. Let me know, what do you think? I used to not like this color at all, but now I am here for it. I think, you know, that's kind of how fashion trends go. It's like as they're evolving, we're also often evolving in our taste and our personal preferences. So let me know what you think about this soft blush pink. And then the final trend that I'm going to share today is girly footwear, very feminine footwear. And I think that's because the other broad trend that I've not really mentioned yet, the broad aesthetic trend, is just femininity. We're still continuing to see a return to, yes, getting dressed up a little bit for work and professional life, but also getting dressed up a little bit for date night or for girls' night out or just for life. And really, to look feminine is so on trend, and hallelujah, I love that. And one of the ways we can do that, especially since we do continue to have some menswear inspired fashions also going on, is to add some feminine footwear. And so what we're seeing is ballet flats, of course, again. We're also seeing pointy toe flats, which I love. They're not always the most comfortable for us though as we get older. So we may want to just go with the more traditional ballet flat. They're very on trend. We're also seeing slingbacks, you know, slingback pumps and slingback flats continue to trend, and that's a very feminine. The kitten heel continues to be very on trend instead of that stiletto. So hey, I'm all for that. A smaller, shorter heel is really nice. And then we're seeing ornamentation on shoes as well. Things like really pretty, subtle bows and just really feminine little details on footwear. And I think that's beautiful. Also like Mary Jane straps across some of those ballet flats or those slingbacks. So think just feminine footwear. Maybe you already have some in your closet. Pull it to the front. Choose to wear those. Those will really complete your outfits beautifully. So those are the trends that I've chosen to share today for Fall Fashion 2024. I would love to hear from you below about which ones maybe are your top three, the three that you think, oh, those are me, they work for my style, they work for my lifestyle, maybe I already have some in my closet and I will be sporting those. Let me know your 3 favorites today. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really appreciate it, especially if you're here live with me. Thank you so much for showing up today. And please be sure to give me a thumbs up on your way out if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed hanging with me a little bit. And if you've not yet done so, definitely subscribe to my channel. That really helps to get the word out. It helps just move the needle a little bit so that other women like ourselves can find my channel. All right, ladies, you have a great rest of your day.